Linkies with bulk hair can be used for a lot of different styles. It can be used to add highlights, volume, texture, and length. For this installation, you will need your Linkies, clips, an opener and a closer tool, a pulling needle to pull the hair into the rings, your shears, a comb, and the extension hair you intend to use. I will show you how to use both synthetic and human hair. To begin, we're simply going to part the hair where we want our bonds to be installed, which is typically about an inch away from any part line. We're going to make sure that our section is nice and clean and that there aren't any crosshairs or little hairs that could get mixed in that are from the wrong section. Clip that hair out of the way. The next thing is to load up our pulling needle with our Linkies. To begin, carve off a U-shaped section of hair and go under the hair, close your latch, and pull that hair into your Linkie, like so. Next, you're going to pick up your bulk hair and you are going to position it next to your natural hair. You're going to go back into your ring, then you're going to pick up your bulk hair, close your latch, and pull that into your link, like so. You're then going to grab your closing tool and you're going to use that to position your link. Using your hand that you're holding your bulk hair with, you're going to use that to adjust your bulk hair, pull that into place, and crimp down. This should allow for free movement of that bond. If it doesn't, you can always open that bond back up and reposition it. Let's take a look at another bond. We're going to carve off a U-shaped section of hair. Going to pick up the hair, pull our link in, like so. We're then going to pick up our bulk hair fiber, and we are going to go back down in through the ring, grabbing our bulk fiber and pulling it up into our link. We're then going to pick up our closing tool and we're going to use the closing tool to adjust where that link lies, and we're also going to use the hand that's holding the synthetic hair or the bulk hair to position that where we want it and crimp into place. We're going to continue working in this row until we have completed all of the bonds that we want. Human hair installation is slightly different than synthetic since human hair has cuticles that need to be aligned in the same direction. So in order to use human hair, what we're going to do is we're first going to cut it off the weft so it is in bulk, or if you're starting with bulk hair, then you're already one step ahead. You're going to make sure that once you've cut that hair from the weft, that you give it a flick at the top to remove any loose pieces that might be hanging in there. We don't want to install those. So then we're going to do the same thing. Pick up your pulling needle with the Linkie on top, and let's install that bond. The process is relatively similar. You're just going to pick up your U-shaped section of hair, pull that natural hair into that Linkie. Next, we're going to take our human hair and hold it with our left hand, go into your Linkie, and we're going to pick up a loop of that human hair. We're going to pull it into the ring, and we're simply going to close that into place. The main difference between human hair and your synthetic hair is that human hair cannot be doubled over in half. The short tail that is now installed can be slither cut off completely, or it can be left alone if that works with your installation. Removal for this process is very simple. You're simply going to use the removal tool that is sized for your Linkies and position it on the opposing sides of your ring. Position your tool over your ring and simply give a bit of tension, and that ring will pop right open and slide right out of the hair. During the removal process, if you have damaged one of the rings, not to worry. Our removal tool comes with a cutting surface. That's going to allow you to simply pick up the ring, turn it to a side that's exposed, cut along the grain of the hair, and simply pop that ring open. Once you've cut the side, give that a little bit of a squeeze, and you should have that ring slide right out of the hair. By holding the tool perpendicular to the hair, it is nearly impossible to do any damage to your natural hair. Continue working until you have removed all of your rings.